Hi everyone, this is Jake Kruger and welcome back to Blind Faith Week 23. Sorry, this one is a little bit late. This week I'd talk about following the messages that God's giving us. I feel like that God talks to us more than we realize. When you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out what the right thing to do is, sometimes your gut instinct's right, and this is the first thing God has given us that's important, is gut instinct. But He also gave us another tool to make sure that this one's right, and that's our brain. So you're able to have the gut instinct, but you're also able to think and realize if that's right or if that's the devil pushing you towards something. Because the devil's also going to urge you to sin against God. God wants us to do the right thing all the time, of course. So the first step is gut instinct. You're sitting there and you're like, oh, I should do this. And then all of a sudden maybe you, pause for a second and go, is this really what God wants us to do as a Christian? Me to do as a Christian? Is this gonna help God's name spread or help someone else, or is this just furthering my own goals and gains? When you're sitting down thinking about this, just think about Jesus' actions in the Bible and stuff. Think about Jesus' kindness, and think. It's kind of like the question you get because people sometimes go, is it something that your grandma would want to know about? Because if it's not, then maybe it's not the right thing to do. But you can phrase it this way: is this something that I want God to know about? Because God is going to know about it. God watches everything, so if you make the wrong choice, God will know. So always sit there and kind of think about your actions. Think about if you want to make that choice or not, if you want to do that action. Because everything is going to have a consequence, whether good or bad. Think about how it will impact other people. Is it going to be a positive impact or a negative impact? Think about, because a lot of people know that God's watching them all the time, but they might not worry quite as much about that. But now picture your grandma's always looking over your shoulder, watching what you're doing, or your mom or someone, and watching you and going, watching you and commenting on stuff, and just picture what they would say, because they probably have the right. If it's something that you're embarrassed to share with your mom or grandma or something, probably not the right thing to do. So make sure you're always sitting down and thinking about that. Make sure your actions aren't hurting other people, because you can hurt yourself and you can hurt other people. Make sure you're not hurting yourself or other people, because you need to make sure you're treated well, but you're not sinning against yourself or God by your actions. Same with other people. Make sure you're sharing with people. Make sure you love people. Love is very important. Love's God's greatest gift. One of God's greatest gifts. Make sure you love others. Love God. Make sure you make sure other people know you love them too. Don't just assume that they know. Even if you don't say it, go around showing your actions. Just make sure that they know that someone cares about them. Some people might not feel like they're cared about, and it might push them to move away from God more. You need to make sure that you're always knowing that there's other people around you that love you. And remember, God always loves you too. This is Jake Kruger, Blind Faith Week 23. Thanks for watching. Remember, I've got that email account, jakekruger.blindfaith@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.